I love you, Allah.
The question here is about why would Allah put us into difficulty if He is so merciful? And in order to answer that, I can give you a few examples, because with these examples, we will be able to relate it to our own lives. Number one, how many of us have been far from Allah, very far from Allah, and suddenly we lose a job, and we have so much to pay in terms of installments, maybe for something we have purchased, or maybe we have some commitments, rentals, etc. And we realize at a certain time that, you know what, I need another job very urgently, and I don't have this job, and we start rushing from pillar to post with Allah still outside the equation. And a time comes when we realize our helplessness, and then we change our lives, we make dua. For the first time in our lives, we actually say, "Oh Allah." Now, all of that was the mercy of Allah. If it took a big problem of losing a job to bring you all the way to come closer to Allah and to call out to Him for the first time, wasn't it worth it? So now you call out to Allah and you still don't get the job and you still have difficulty. You have to have hope in Allah. You will now start perhaps praying 5 times a day when you didn't pray 5 times a day, because this problem gave you the opportunity to consider yourself and where you are standing. You are starting to say, maybe something is wrong, perhaps something is wrong. You know, let me try and correct myself. People have a bad habit, they give up the bad habit. People have addictions, they give up the addictions and they come back to Allah. I know of people, myself included, sometimes we get up for tahajjud when there is a problem and we are crying to Allah, "Oh Allah, help us through this day, help us through this issue." So yes, tahajjud, and that is the early morning prayer, the pre-fajr prayer, it is not compulsory. But wasn't it the mercy of the Almighty that put you into the problem and did not solve the problem until you tasted the sweetness of your salah, and until you tasted the sweetness of the connection with Allah, and then He decided to grant ease after 20 years of suffering. I know of a couple who didn't have children for 14 years, and they cried, and sometimes they went through so much of difficulty. Before I carry on with the story, may Allah bless all those who don't have children with children. Say Ameen. So the 14 years later, they were blessed with a child. And I'm thinking to myself, look at how close they became to Allah, because they realized IVF didn't help, this doctor didn't help, the specialist didn't help, nothing helped. It made us come close to Allah. So talking about hardship, it took Allah 1 second to sort the matter out. But in the process, He gave you the opportunity to come so close to Him that had it not been for that problem, perhaps you would not have come close. So that is the mercy of Allah. Barakallah.